Thank you for the opportunity I have again to communicate with the world in holistic. And as I used to say, I've been having series of challenges in coming forth with my plight, my foresight, and school of thoughts. And I found myself in several situations that I've met with a lot of individuals to share my vision, but yet they told me it is not a vision. What I want to tell you today is this, that your vision is your vision, and that vision is not for somebody else. Not until you understand the need for you to have a vision and to create a vision, you might not really know how expedient the vision is to be actualized. I'm only looking at an avenue at which what I have believed in can materialize. I'm an economist, I'm a consultant, I'm an author, and a musicologist. And my whole idea is buttressed on having meaningful impact at all time in the society and the nature of the condition of the world. And sincerely, is a must for everyone to have his or a contribution accordingly to have a synergetic nation and economy. And in the plight of this, I've decided to see myself talking on relative issues that can affect the world in diaspora. Once again, Adetokbe Adeniji Olusheye is my name. And I'm of the belief and of the school of thoughts that what has really led the nations to the level at which they operate at the moment is our irrational thinking. It's not a must for you to believe what I have said, but I believe in rational thinking and action to make a complete economy as an economist. What you as an individual and myself and every other individuals have injected into the world have a significant impact in what we have at the moment. And the situation in most of the developing country cannot but be emphasized on our inadequacy in our logical reaction and attitude. I'll be talking on series of topics, inclusive of governance, inclusive of the economy, inclusive of all things that has to do with growth and development. And sincerely, I will say, thank you. The issue at hand today is thinking about the immediate economic benefits of economic function. Thinking about the immediate economic benefits of economic function. But before I move ahead, I would like you to look into my site, amazon.com, Tokbe Adeniji. I have a series of books that can be educational, inspirational, thoughtful, thought-provoking, directional, and that can liberate the inner and innate men. I would like to have some of the copies of the books with you. Read through. I'm not claiming to be the best, but I'm only saying that out of all what I have stated there, a lot of things can be keys to the success of the world, present world and the world to come. Thinking about the immediate economic benefits of economic function. Sincerely, it is good to be engaged in economic function that can give you the full benefit of expectation. But I'm not looking at the full benefit of expectation as regards to economic function now. I'm looking at the aspects that must be voluntary before the economic benefits is arrived at. There are some things that are worthwhile to be actualized to make a meaningful contribution to the world advancement, which are not subjected to immediate benefit. There are a lot of things that we need to give freely. There are a lot of things that we must strive for to give out to the world, to have a balanced world. If actually you and I are the lovers of this world in which we are, I get infuriated as regards the disposition of my leaders in Nigeria, fighting for money instead of fighting for development. People earn vastly, and yet they are not contented. At the end of the gigantic income, they still steal our money. You see, that attitude can never lead a nation to anywhere. We are meant to have sovereign leaders, not enjoying leaders. Sovereign leaders are meant to resolve the sovereign in the midst of the populace. If a nation or an economy needs to grow, what I'm saying is this: there are some things that are worthwhile to be actualized to make meaningful contribution to the world advancements, which are not subjected to the immediate benefits. If sincerely you are sincere with yourself, and I'm sincere with myself, I'm not saying benefit should not be given, or benefit should not be extracted out of what you have done. But I'm only saying that the primary motive shouldn't be benefits behind it. We are all talking of moving ahead, advancements, but no one is ready for the advancements. No one is set for the upward movement. We talk of advancements, and you are such an individual that cannot make any sacrifice of any nature for the advancement. My brother, you deceive yourself. My sister, you deceive yourself. There are some things that must be given freely, and the benefit will come thereafter. They must be done to make other avenues to be opened. Without having conglomeration of avenues being opened and creating future that can add value and advantages, your intention and your contribution to the economic growth and nation's improvement is a waste. We must be able to think to the level of creating a future, opening diversified opportunity for the generation that are yet to be born. We need not to think of now at all time. We must be able to think of the time to come. The essence of creation and creating you and myself is to add value undermost to the situation that we have met. The essence of your creation is to find out what should be the relative solution to the problems around the globe of the world. But quite a pity, reverse is the case. The hardship tends to be much more deepened from time to time as regards the nature of our composition and our greediness. The primary motive of the constructional behavior should never be centered on the degree of its immediate fortunes, but centralized on the unquantifiable benefits that can not be predicted. Often, these are referred to be stupid or stupidity or time wastage. This is common and very synonymous with the Africa countries. Whenever somebody is doing things that are meant to bring about improvements without demanding or ordering for money, requesting for the economic benefits at the initial stage, they tend to count him as a stupid man or someone that have probably made himself in such a wasteful manner, wasting his or her time. However, the continuity of the future consideration often gives the right rhythm to the innate subconsciousness and triggers the emotive potency to be at the apex work. If what you consider is now, you might not be able to function adequately. But when you can see what is not of now, you can function at the apex level of the order. However, the continuity of the future consideration often gives the right reading to the inner subconsciousness and trigger the emotive potency to be at the apex work without you seeing the need to affect the world in which you are positively. You might not be able to think at the apex level. You might not be able to radiate and to function at the highest esteem of the order. You may not need to wait for the world around you before you create world around the world. You need not to wait for the world around you before you start creating the world around the world. You must be able to inject values that can affect every other individuals around you. Then you can refer to yourself as a real human. Thinking at its normacy and coherence with the humanitarian objective is supreme to the other city of hopefulness for our generation and the generation unborn. You must be able to think. You must be able to have an in-depth knowledge on the benefit you derive. You must be able to know what value the generation that are not yet born will give to your existence. Some people don't have anything meaningful to contribute. Their own is to cause issues, pandemonium, to bring about chaos around the globe of the world. If your nature is to create issues, to develop instances of destruction, then you are just a mere entity of no value to the world. You must be able to give voluntarily once in a while. You must be able to give something that is meaningful to the constructive aspects of life, to have a super natured life. Thinking at its normacy and coherence with the humanitarian objective is supreme to the audacity of hopefulness for our generation and the generation unborn. We just have to get it done for the world's betterment. You must get it done for your own sake, not for another person's sake. If you are rich and you are not affecting individuals, if you have one thing or the other with you that is not influencing or probably adding advantage or adding value to the society, they are wasted at the point of death. The only time you have is now to exhibit the values in you. The only time you have is now to affect those ones that you want to affect. Tomorrow might be too late. Thinking at the normacy to affect humanitarian objective is supreme to the audacity of hopefulness. We just have to get it done, as I said, to have a cleared and a well-erected nature of life. I have few books I've written, as I said, they are enlisted, on the Amazon.com. I will like you to pick up a few of my books to read through my conceptual thoughts. And sincerely, I've not sent anybody as my agent to sell the books on behalf of me. I have to declare publicly because I could see that a lot of people have been moving around. Please kindly comply with this, not to feed my enemies. The tools that release destiny are hidden in the word. Information, in the word information, and ideology that are thoroughly utilized. Thank you. You are loved. And once again, I would like to reiterate and to state again that you and I must be able to think above the immediate economic benefits of our economic function to be able to grow as a people. Thank you. For a talk show, if you want me to come over for motivational speaking, I'll be so delighted if you can call on me on my numbers 08037184404 or contact me on my email tofieva@yahoo.com. Thank you for listening to me, and God bless you. Together, we can create a better world. Together, we can get there. Thank you so much, and God bless you.